Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Sporting160EN podcast. Number 118, I think, coming back from a long hiatus. We're back, ready to talk preseason transfer, all of that good stuff. Let me go straight to the panel, starting with my guy, Christian. Christian, what's good, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Been an interesting, couple days out in the real world. Got some. Me and Danny were discussing our East Coast peeps. Been that haze out. There's this weird haze in the air from the forest fires. Kind of crazy, but yeah, personally, everything else I'm doing good, man. Preseason, it's been kind of getting that itch, the preseason being back and the games being on like Sport TV, because I know some of those early games were just like closed door friendlies. So like seeing them playing real games again has made it feel real again. But otherwise, just waiting on the Nike gear and waiting on the official start of the season. Couple weeks away for both of those. Couple weeks away for both those, I think.
Nice, sick. I'm still waiting for the away jerseys, then I'm gonna fucking go on a shopping spree. Also, let me also say, joined by our main guy Sam. Sam, what's good, bro?
I mean, speaking of shopping sprees.
Oh man.
I mean, we all know what shipping does to a man if you're not in Portugal. Plus, the jersey on itself is like 100, and I think it was like 110.
Massive, dude.
Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I put it in the bin, took it out, washed it. Might give it to a charity shop, might sell it. People have been saying like you can iron out the names. Apparently, but I think that's too much effort for me, so I think I might try and sell it on. But other than that, I'm good.
I say we get a hashtag going.
If you sell it, we'll
reimburse Sam or some shit.
Who's gonna buy it though? Like we literally know. Like I feel like all the
true.
Someone actually offered me money. A Benfica fan offered me money for it, but like, I mean,
I don't want to give it to him. If he wants to wear a Sporting jersey, bro, go for it.
But like, it's the only jersey that fits me. Look at this shit. Look how tight it is. It's just like the only one that fit doesn't I can't wear in public anymore. Fuck John Mario.
Once the temperature starts like cooling off, man, just have a jacket over it, and you're set, bro. Fuck that.
It's 28 degrees tomorrow. I can't do that.
Yeah, man. Fuck. That's unlucky, dude. I was so close to getting a João Mario jersey too. I'm so glad that I have it. Let's hope
some of us weren't so lucky.
I think more of a personal policy is to avoid loan players. Not necessarily to avoid names, because I mean it can go either ways. I understand I'd lose. I subscribe to that for the most part.
But like, he was an academy player. I literally said he was linked to Benfica before, remember? And he came to us. I was like, I think I said it here. I was like, there's no way he's going to Benfica. He's a Sporting player for life. And then, that's an L. I'm gonna have to take that L, I'm afraid.
Bro, I even tweeted this is like Cavani 2.0. Like, this isn't happening. There's no, we might as well just stay here. Let's talk this João Mario. Boys, how are we feeling? To be honest, I mean, I'm a little heartbroken. Don't get me wrong, because like you, Sam, I think all five of us, really, we fucking love João Mario. Don't get us wrong. Like, the guy's a baller, João Mágico. Especially his first spell at Sporting, he was lights out. I think he was solid, at least for us, consistent. But with that being said, I think I speak for all of us as well. I'm very excited to see Bragança. Currently, Tabata's killing it in his role. No more sideways passes. How big of a loss do you guys see João Mario being?
I think his biggest loss comes from the stuff that you can't necessarily measure, like leadership, and he was clearly kind of like a father figure to a lot of those academy boys, especially since he was on the Sporting first team when they were 12 in the Iniciados type shit. So, I mean, that is what he gives you, like, as an ambassador, like a guy that's good for like interviews, stuff like that. But like, as far as his play on the field, I feel like he's very replaceable. I mean, we railed on him plenty of times over the course of last season. You know, we tried to give him credit when he deserved credit because we didn't want to seem like we were picking on him. But like, who knows if Tabata's going to maintain the level of form he's playing, and who knows if he's actually even going to play there when the games actually matter. But I mean, for now, like, he's proven to be a very viable alternative. Bragança, I mean, do we expect Bragança to be an everyday guy? We're probably going to have Ugarte come in. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping we maintain Pelinha. It seems like we are, at least for now. I mean, that's a solid midfield. I'm not entirely concerned. The thing that concerns me the most, if anything, is that now that he's at Benfica, he's going to have this like weird chip on his shoulder or something, and he's just going to start like balling at like a level that he hasn't hit. They didn't hit last season, at least. But I mean, at the same time, like, I saw a clip of him that went viral like last week of him, like, he did a sick move, but in the end, he just passes it backwards in the end. So it's like, true. Whatever. Okay. I mean, whatever. It's like, I'm salty because the switch is going to make any Sporting fan salty, but like, I'm not concerned. Salty, but a little salty, a little butthurt, but not that concerned.
Yeah, I'll echo that as well. I mean, the wages he's being paid as well is just like, I mean, Benfica can afford it, fair enough, but that's not something we could do. There's going to be a whole legal battle with Inter, Benfica, and Sporting coming up, which is going to be ugly, not just for John Murray, but for Benfica and Inter as well. I mean, as a career move, he played his best football under Jorge Jesus. I understand it, but from a personal move, I just can't get my head around it. Like, he's dead to me. I mean, like, I'm not the type of guy to hate players that much, but he can join the other 7 or 8 who's on the Rato list at the moment. And unfortunately, it just seems to keep growing every season. But I'm not going to miss him. I think if Ugarte comes in, he'll be much better for a midfield than John Murray was.
Yeah, I agree. My only worry about Ugarte is how defensive he might be, but even still, and we haven't even talked. Yeah, Matheus Nunes also taking his spot. It's going to be nice. It seems like Matheus Nunes has more of an eye of goal.
He seemed like, I thought he was. I didn't think I would see him play again in any of these preseason games, but here he is, and those rumors haven't literally just disappeared. So who knows?
Apparently, it was Rafa Benitez that like canceled it. So mind you, the only pictures that Everton had of fucking a new signing was like a player like 5 shades darker than Matheus Nunes. That every Everton fan was like, this is Matheus Nunes. Like, I don't think so, bro.
I don't know about Everton as well, but they've signed some players, all on free transfers and minimal fees. I'm not sure they can afford it. Like, I mean, I think they
especially if that's their splash, if that's their summer splash signing. I mean, no offense to him, but like, for a Prem club who in theory wants to be competing for Europe, if that's their splash summer signing, yikes. But I mean, going back to João Mario, like, this is like one of the more obvious like money grabs, I feel like. And I feel like at the end of the day, João Mario didn't have that many suitors. Or really any of their suitors other than the 2 Portuguese clubs that were pursuing him, because there's no fucking way Inter would have done what they did, and knowing the incoming legal battle that they were going to face, no matter how confident they were, it's taxing, bro. You have to pay for the lawyers. It's just like an annoying process, and it could take years to figure it out. So it's just, if you could just sell him for a couple mil less to Villarreal, for example, which is one of the clubs that was in theory interested, or like some club like that, it's literally worth not doing that entire legal process to sell him for 1 or 2 million less. And who knows, by the way, what the fuck they even ended up doing, by the way, because he rescinded his deal. The in theory reciprocatory, or however the fuck you say that, deal hasn't actually happened yet. There's been rumors. Then the guy got COVID, I think. So I don't know what's going to happen, but like, they did some sketchy fucking shit. And if they had the option to not do the sketchy shit and just sell him, they would have done that. So, I mean, what Benfica is paying for him is like it's unnecessary. It's like ridiculous. It's like it's basically what we remember how we had to pay George Jesus an absolutely fucking insane salary. Like there's a premium that comes with making that swap across the Segunda Circular happen, right? So they're basically paying a premium on that. And the premium that they're paying to have a player like João Mario at the end of the day, it's not fucking worth it, dude. Like, you lads might as well sign Cavani or Diego Costa with like that absurd amount of money or something, you know? Like I don't know. Like, I guess they're trying to flex on us a little bit, right? But like, if that's how they're going to try to flex on us, like, I welcome their attempt, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, even looking at the squad, I don't even think João Mario is like the player that they necessarily need to splash the cash on. Like I'm more curious of what Benfica now does with Pizzi, because Pizzi was coming off the bench as much as it was last season, and he wasn't happy about that. So now what happens with Pizzi? Tarat, is he out the door too? Because he can kind of play like an 8, especially if Jorge Jesus wants to stick with 4-4-2. And I think he does, seeing as he has about like 4 or 5 strikers back now at the club with Pingu, Seferovic, fucking Walder Schmidt,
Vinicius.
Darwin, Vinicius. Like, that's 5 strikers there. So are you going to play like a midfield 2 of like Weigl and João Mario, or like is João Mario going to play right wing again? What happens to Rafa and Gil Diaz that you just got, bro? Like, I don't know. I think he does improve the team definitely at Benfica, but is this what Benfica needed? And now that their president is now Rui Costa, I don't know what other monetary findings they're going to find now that LFV's veil isn't protecting Benfica, and maybe a new president. I don't know exactly what's going on with their presidency, but if a new president comes in and he finds like, oh, we're actually, because I think what's eventually going to happen is Benfica's either going to realize they're more in debt than they even thought they were, or they just have a lot less money than they thought they had. Who knows if that American guy's going to save them? Long story short, what I'm saying is,
it's Chris's best friend, that guy.
Yeah, by the way, his name's John Texter. You'll call him by his name. He's my friend.
Mr. Texter. Senor Texter. You know, if he ends up saving them. All I'm saying is, I mean, I'm happy. If they're going to waste all their money and they think João Mario's their guy, go for it. But, I mean, he'll definitely improve the team. And if he does play like he has a chip on his shoulder, then it might be scary. But, yeah, in terms of a financial point of view, I don't think that was very smart. Let's go on to the next question. That was also, let me just read out news that we just sort of went over. At Cativalins, all animosity aside, what are everyone's thoughts on João Mario Novella? Personal and professional opinions, please. Curious to hear what you think about that. Shout out to Nunu. His other question was thoughts and opinion on the new Nike home shirt. Mixed emotions at first for me, but just like everything else, the more you see it, the more it grows on you. Anxious to see the rest of the shirts. Let's be honest, it has the Leon
pin on it. Not come out. Sorry, beautiful. Not to interrupt. No, how the fuck has it not been released?
It's
yet?
Coming out apparently after the 5 Violins trophy,
which is Sunday.
Oh, are they gonna play? They probably maybe play a half in it or something.
Yeah, I think they're gonna play one half in the Stromp.
Yeah,
the second half in the way.
Okay, I guess that's kind of cool, but it is late. It feels like.
Yeah, but yeah, Sam, what's your thoughts on the Nike jersey?
Well, I know in our group chat, but Chris has talked about the badge placement, so I'll leave that one to him because I feel like he knows a lot more about it than I do. But I mean, at first, right, it looked bad, but now I've seen them playing it, and I've seen the numbers on the back, and I've seen the patches and everything, bar the Champions one. I think it's actually okay. I wouldn't as far as say it's good, but for a first attempt, I mean, not bad.
Agreed. Chris, take it away, dude.
Yeah, I actually think that the main critique on day one was like that the sleeves are white. I feel like seeing the sleeves in person and how it kind of actually like accents nicely into the back of the shirt, which is all white, which I feel like would look worse if they didn't do that. It doesn't actually look that bad. Does it look like kind of template-y and kind of plain? For sure. But like, is it bad or like Oriville or anything, or it's like it's not. It's actually not that bad. What we haven't seen how the Liga B win patch looks on it, which I think won't look bad because it's black and yellow, which I mean those two colors accent our kit like not in a bad way. So I don't think that's gonna look bad. And we haven't seen the names on the kits yet. Also, we've only seen the numbers. So I mean, the numbers are kind of like medieval-ish. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of unique. It's cool. Maybe the lettering is slightly unique too. I'm not sure. I hope they don't get too cute with that. I mean, it's like 90% released at this point. Let's not fuck it up, with like some fucking weird ass lettering, like cursive or some shit. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, obviously the patch placement is concerning. I think it can be worked out as the course of the season runs, where my original theory of like they got 3,000 kits, someone measured it, they stamped them all, didn't really check, and I mean they'll get a second delivery of kits, a third delivery of kits. They'll get more that they'll have to stamp. So hopefully they learn their lesson, and as the season wears on, the kits will look better as they like get a better measurement or whatever. But I did order one. I'm not gonna lie, I did order one. We'll see what it looks like, right? We'll fucking see what it looks like when it gets here. I truly don't know what to expect. I also ordered a size large because it says order a size up, but it doesn't say that on any of the other gear, only the jersey. So I ordered a size up. I got a large, so I don't know what to expect. I guess we'll find out when it gets here.
The training kits, by the way, look sexy as well. That's one thing I would commend Nike for. They look, they might be templated or they might be just standard, but they look really nice.
They do. Even that, it's like the zip up. It's not a hoodie. I guess it's like a hoodie, like a windbreaker. The white one. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Those sweatpants. I've been dying for like sweatpants like that, with like the Sporting emblem on them. I'm going on a shopping spree. I'm actually hoping like the Nike store will bring some things of that over.
By the way, some stuff has gone out of stock, Day. Like they're gonna have to restock it in the next like month or two eventually.
They're fucking better.
And they'll be releasing the away kit and the Strom kit. So they'll be in theory putting some more stuff out. So yeah. And
all the other modalidades. Which
true.
I'm interested to see basketball because they just keep throwing up that green one.
The green, yeah, come on, lads. The green, like, penny, basically.
Yeah.
All right, I am fucking red. I'm rattled, bro, waiting for it.
Next question comes still from Nunu. Out of the new faces so far, signings, regardless of age, etc., who has impressed you the most? Mine so far has to be Gonçalo Esteves. Had a great first game, referring to the first one broadcasted on TV. His raça, pace, and stamina were very good. I didn't watch any of the friendlies, so take it away, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with Nuno. I didn't watch the last friendlies, but I watched the one against... Oh, I can't even remember who it was against. The one before this last one that came up. And I was really impressed with that left back. I can't remember his name. Yeah, that was it. Is it Flav? What's the guy?
Flavio Nazinho.
Yeah, I was impressed with him, not really due to his like technical ability, but he just seemed to not stop running. And like for a preseason game, I was quite impressed with the fitness levels at. But at the moment, I can't lie. I'm pretty much in Danny's boat. I don't really know who is who would be that for me.
Same. All right. So next question comes in from our good friend Lauren at Lauren She asks if you only had the option of having one in the squad next season, who would you rather have, Jovan or Marcus Edwards? Christian, you can take that one.
That's a tough one. Jovan scored a hat trick today against kids, but he did score a hat trick.
He has, I think, 7 goals this preseason.
I know. He's on the tear, but he's also. I also know. I don't know how injury prone Marcus Edwards is. To be honest, is Marcus Edwards injury prone?
I don't know.
So.
Because that's the tiebreaker for me is like who can give me more consistent minutes, to be honest.
But what I was gonna say is consistency. I think they're both inconsistent as fuck. Like even Jovan has his
there
injury
were stretches
woes.
of last season. I will admit I didn't watch too many. I mean, I watched like 5 Gimenez games this season, right? Like there were stretches in the middle of the season where I feel like I wasn't seeing that many Marcus Edwards highlights. Like
to be fair, Gimenez also had a bad season.
True. They were kind of shy. Yeah, you're right. That also partially explains it for sure. But yeah, I guess Edwards definitely felt like he was better the season before, and then last season he wasn't as good, but also the team wasn't as good. I'll go Jovan. I'm gonna have to go Jovan, to be honest.
How about you?
The grass ain't always greener.
I'm gonna have to go Edwards just for the reason I know Jovan, like Chris said, is not the most fit, and he does get injured quite a lot, very inconsistent. And to be honest, the way I see it, if we bring in Marcus Edwards, he's English. Like, I'm not saying that's like a good or bad thing, but in terms of transfer value, that's a good thing. If he does flop, there's always going to be this championship team or any other English team, not to recoup us of the money we'll probably get, but at least get some good money out there. And if he does well, then we'll have some
guaranteed. It's like guaranteed 30 million pound. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm going to go with
at least
Marcus Edwards.
Yeah. Man, I'm torn. I'm not even gonna tie break this one. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's fine. I'll go with Jovan only because I know him more. But I'm with you, Sam. Like if Marcus Edwards has a good season, that here's the issue though too. It's 12 million, but is it for 50% of the pass as well?
Yeah, also, is Tottenham just gonna finesse it in a way that they like guarantee him at a discounted price next season if he's good? You know. Because I remember they were like, Tottenham will like take on some of the deep money now, but like keep 50% of the pass or something like that.
True.
I don't remember. The rumors are really cooled off around him either. I'm like trying to remember. The last one was like at least a month ago. I feel
he was linked to Olympiacos, which also makes me worried that if he's
on the carousel.
Yeah, exactly. He's on the carousel. If he does well in the Champions League, then we're going to miss our chance to take him. Some team will take a punt on him. Because 12 million for other teams aren't a lot, but I reckon we should probably take that chance, to be honest. And if we can sell Jovan for 12 million, 30 million to a West Ham, to a Watford, then I say do it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Yeah, if Jovan leaves, I think that's definitely one of the better replacements. Next question comes in from Joe Moon at _Joe_Moon_. Would you be happy to see Jovan leave if it meant signing Marcus Edwards as a replacement? So we kind of just answered that. Next question comes in from our boy Richard Neves at Richard_N7. How close do you reckon Sporting were to signing Messi before he went back to Barca? I think we were pretty close, mate.
We had a competitive salary because he took like an 80% pay cut. So I bet we could have offered him like more competitive than it should have been of an offer.
Yeah, he took a 50% pay cut of 160 million or something.
All right, yeah, we could offer him like 4.
You can offer him like 4%.
Or Limpu, 8.
You don't gotta worry about the tax man, bro. Just like in Spain.
What is wait till July 4th and save you 23 million in taxes?
Next question comes in from Paul Draco at X7 Draco. He asks, do you really have to put up okay, never mind. Whatever, I'll read it. Do you have to put up a pic of JM with a menstruating stained rag on? We do. We're clickbaity. At least we're trying to. Next question comes in from Lauren. She asks, what offer would you most be happy to accept for Nuno Mendes? For me, whatever we get for him, if he is to leave, has to be equal to his payout, to his buyout clause. Sorry, we can't be making the same negotiation mistakes as we did with Bruno Fernandes. I mean, rumors yesterday, the day before yesterday, about Man City only offering 25 mil.
Chances the buyout clause are hit. The chances the buyout clause are hit are somewhere between 0 and 2%, probably. I would estimate. Dude, there's no fucking way. It's gonna be 30. It's gonna be 35. It's gonna be 35. It's not gonna be fit. Wait, what's it? Is the clause 50? Or is the clause 70?
I think it might
60.
be. Yeah.
Because neither it's. I mean,
I think
feel
it's
like
no. I think
40.
it's 70 because everybody kept talking about 70 last
I think
season.
it's 70. I mean, if we get 50, I don't think we're gonna get 50.
I would probably take around 40 million plus Porro, but if it's Porro outright, no percentage fees, no buyback fees. If it's 40 million and Porro outright, no percentage, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I would take that as well. But I wonder if it's going to be more like 30 plus Porro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. It'll probably be like 30 plus Porro, but we'll probably still have to owe them a percent of Porro.
Yeah.
So when that rumor came out, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before. Like the first person I thought that player that was linked with City was Porro. It had to be, because who else would it be? I think, and then not naming them.
Maybe.
True.
He was the only
one. Because
Imnachia
just went to Wolfsburg. I thought that would have been another player. At least maybe we would have had some sort of like not even a link, but like a possibility of getting through Nuno Mendes. But
do they still have that Portuguese youngster in the academy that they signed from us, or did he go somewhere else?
Didn't he go to
Juve? I think
Felix Correa.
Yeah, he went to Juve.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he did. He left. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, then I think it'd either be that Yangel Herrera, or it would just be Porro. It probably just is Porro.
Well, I saw rumors yesterday. Yangel Herrera was linked on a £20 million move to either Brighton or West Ham, or there was three Premier League teams linked to him. It's like if they're gonna sell him for £20 million, like he ain't coming here. Like if they can get that money for him, like he's not coming here. Like he's gone. You know. Is there anyone else like on that Man City like loan pipeline that would be included, or do we know who the unnamed player is yet?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of their academy.
Or Mecca's gone.
They might have some sort of academy player that we're not aware of that might be a baller, but in terms of loans, I'm not sure of anybody. All right, next question from our boy Matt Paiva at mpaiva7, Casa de Paiva on Twitter. Who do you feel is primed for a breakout season this year? Which academy product do you feel is ready to be in the first team on a permanent basis? It's a good question. Take it away, Sam.
Breakout player. I'm gonna go with Gonzalo Inacio, just because I think he was decent enough last season, and I think he's had that whole sort of season to get experience that I think he will turn into probably the next best Coates pairing. Fidel is a good player, but I think with experience, Inacio will turn into one of the best and one of the future Portuguese centre backs that we have in the national team. And in terms of youngsters, I really want to see Jolson get his minutes, because there's always this hype about him, and then it's like last year it was like he's going to get minutes, and then it was like he didn't get a single minute, and then the year before that I think he come on for like 2 minutes at the end of a game, and it's just there's always this hype around him. But
the Joelson hype, we should just fucking sell him while this hype around him exists, because I feel like it's like he's like a new car. Right? The second you drive him off the lot, his value decreases 50%. Like the English papers love this fucking guy. It's like, dude, we don't know how good he actually is going to end up being, but like,
he's got shirts on classic football shirts already. Like, I mean, I think
like the 17-18 season, like, yo, that motherfucker was not on the team. Like,
I think it's because he was linked to Arsenal. And they were trying to be like, oh, if he goes to Arsenal and becomes good, everyone's going to want this shirt. Yes. They probably bought them in bulk and was like, oh, shit, I need to get rid of them now.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude, there is this, like, is it because of agency, bro? Like, I don't know why. Because there's a lot of good players in the academy, but why does he have this?
He's good on Football Manager. And, like, I mean, I'm not trying to bring that up, but he literally, in every Football Manager save I've ever done, he becomes like one of the best players in the world. So maybe that's it as well.
Fuck, dude. Can we keep him then? I feel like he's gonna force his way out eventually, like i.e. Felix Correa style. If he's not in the first team, like in the next 1 year, like does he need to be in the first team this season? Like, is he going to be? He got sent home. Like,
he's playing like 4 competitions. There's got to be like at least a game or 2.
He'll get some burn. No, there's some burn for him, but that is not consistent burn. That isn't even consistent sitting on the bench. You know.
Loan him out, and the thing, just give him to like, I don't know, a Belenenses or like a Vizela. Go on.
A first division loan would be good, but I haven't heard any rumors of that
at all. And the problem is, I see Sporting signing a lot of like players his age as well on the wings too. So that's another issue. So who are we? Like, we're already promising other players maybe some burn. Like, come to Sporting, maybe you can get some burn. So what happens to the Joelsons, the Eduardo Quaresmas, that's another issue I see. But
I feel like here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, guys. If Joelson was literally good enough to not only like start but like play or anything, he would, because Emery doesn't care.
I don't know. It's just because he loves Nuno Santos for some reason. I think he was good for like the sort of like first half of the season, and he just didn't want to rotate him. And it's like before, I know it's different management, but Braganza was there for ages, just in the B team, getting loaned out everywhere. And we were all calling for him to at least get minutes or come off the bench. I don't know, because I just think I agree with Chris that if it's not his time this season, then he's probably gone. He probably would want out, which is fair enough. If you don't see your way in and you work so hard, then I don't know.
And it's like, I understand at the same time. It's like you like Sporting does keep academy players until like some of them are like 22 when they leave and go, like Bruno Page, for example, he's old, 23. Like, but if you can be a professional player elsewhere at 18 years old if you're good enough. Obviously, he's good. Like, it seems like he's too good for the B team, but not good enough for the senior team right now. But like, there's a lot of space in between that, Other clubs in Portugal, other leagues, mid-table Spanish teams. I don't fucking know. There's a million other options, and I feel like he's gonna. But at the same time, if he just leaves to go to like the Juve Academy or something, and that's just like, bro, what?
That's probably, you might as well just say,
what are we even doing here? Yeah.
Is that Bruno Tavares guy still with us, or did he get released? Because I know he's one of those ones who's like supposed to be the next big thing, but I know he got shot last year. And
I actually, dude, I don't remember, because I remember.
Oh, he's still with us.
I've seen conflicting reports, bro, that he left versus didn't leave. Like, the reports were that he got asked to leave, but then, like, I don't think he actually ended up leaving. But I don't think he's, like, actively playing for us either. He's just, like, in limbo.
Yeah. I read that, too. I'm not sure. Last quick 2 questions, mainly from our chat here. Our boy David Pereira, we're going to face in about 10 days. Which player wouldn't shock you to have a subpar season? I'll start with Paulinho, because from what I've heard, he's not having the greatest start to preseason, though he did score a goal.
He did score a subpar season. Yeah, he's definitely a leading candidate. I would say, another sneaky pick, Fadal, right?
I was going to say even Coates.
Kind of played like shit yesterday. Coates, it's tough to replicate an MVP season, right? He was literally the MVP, so it's tough to replicate an MVP season.
I have 2, and one of them is obviously Thiago Tomas, because that's just always got to be there. But Adan,
I see it though.
He could bag 0 goals instead of like the 4 that he bagged this last season.
Exactly.
I think Adan is one as well, because he's getting up there in age. He did look
played
shaky
really well
some moments.
I thought he played well yesterday. I actually thought we could be due for an Adan regression. But I actually liked what I saw yesterday. I think he's good for another year, maybe.
just that last sort of stretch of the season, he made that mistake where it was against Portimonense, where he did that. He's always been bad with distribution, but then he sort of gave it to their player.
We didn't play that many games where we were getting like peppered. Like, he's gonna play Champions League games where we are getting peppered, and he's gonna have to make like 9 saves, and he's legit never had a game where he's had to do that for us.
True.
He's definitely had moments of heroics, or 2 moments of heroics in a game, but I don't think he's had 9 moments of heroics in a game, so he's gonna get tested,
I think as well, it's literally just because we're Sporting fans, so it's disappointment. Every single player on that on our team can have a subpar season. It literally is the way it goes. It's so it's just so Sporting, just everyone to fuck up. But
facts. Let me also throw in one last one, and then I'll ask one more question. I think even all this hype around Jovan, I see us keeping Jovan, and then another subpar injury-riddled season as well. And my last question, because maybe you guys know, from our boy Vitor Pingu on Facebook, is Pilar still with us? He's not, right? He was just with us for a little bit, and then
He's still like
he's training on his own. I think.
He's like still on the team. He's not like with the team, you know.
There's like 4 players training on. It's him, Luis Felipe, Rodrigo Battaglia, and someone else who escapes me.
Rosier?
No, he's not come back.
He never even came back.
I'm trying to think of it.
Doumbia?
Yes, I think so.
I think yes, Doumbia. Battaglia, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Battaglia one. There's someone else that is really gonna bug me. I'll probably think of it later, but
all right, guys. Let's like I said, I didn't watch any preseason games yet. My first preseason game will be Sunday. So you guys take it away. What were your thoughts on preseason so far?
I think that I saw the Portimonense game. Was that game televised? Because we played back-to-back days. I think I saw the first day. I don't think I saw the Bundesliga.
There was a game. There was a day where we played a game in the morning and then a game in the afternoon. It was like 30 minutes, I think, halves or some shit like that.
I saw that. So yes, I did see this game 2-2 against Portimonense. Inacio scored. Joelson did play. He didn't really stand out to me that much. Gonzalo Estevez, who we have like 3 really high quality right backs. This was also the same game that Porro got injured, I think, maybe. So like we lucked out on that, bro. I thought that was like maybe like a fucking like meniscus or ACL or something. And then Abala's like 4 weeks. They were the first ones to report it. 4 weeks. I was like, these motherfuckers. Watch them say 4 weeks, and then it's like the whole season, like a day later. But then, surprisingly, everyone else came out and backed them like 4 to 6 weeks. So, dodged a major fucking bullet there. That's always the sketchiest part about preseason. Honestly, in the game against Angers yesterday, there was a couple of moments where Nuno Mendes was like sticking his leg weird in the ground, and like, I was like, oh my god, dude! Imagine he goes down right now, dude. Like, it changes everything, you know. Like, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, it was kind of sussing me out that he was even fucking like playing as hard as he was in that game. By the way, I'm just gonna just immediately pivot to the Angers game because that's the game that was freshest in my head from yesterday. It was pretty underwhelming, like for about 85% of the time. The entire first half, we literally couldn't string like 2 passes together. We couldn't get forward. Paulinho couldn't hold the ball up for us. We weren't doing anything, and it was just like. But at the same time, Angers wasn't really doing anything because they didn't really have enough firepower offensively to like do anything, and they just had like this 17-year-old winger that like their best chances came when like this 17-year-old winger like took 2 guys on and like got a shot off. But yeah, it was incredibly underwhelming. And then we just kind of got like a weird scrum of a goal against the run of play. And then we got a late goal when they were pushing everyone forward off a rebound off the post to Paulinho. And then it was like 2-0. It made the scoreline look a lot like it easily could have been a 2-0 loss, you know, on another day. So hoping again, I mean, Lyon, best team we're going to have to play this, like, out of all the teams we played, right? We've played kids. We've played second division teams. We've played Estudillo, newly promoted team, Portimonense, Angers, who finished like 16th in France last year. Like, we haven't played anybody yet. So, and at the same time, we have gotten results. But Lyon is a real test. So I am actually excited for that one as well.
Yeah. Take it away, Sam.
I only watched the Belenenses game, and I will say there was a guy who I recognised for Belenenses who played for Tottenham at one point, was linked to us at one point. Sandro, what a game he had, right? So he gave away the penalty, he scored an own goal, then he like pulled his hamstring and had to come off. Like, I mean, if that doesn't sum up pre-season for you, then like, but I mean, it was one of them games that I think just because of how good the Euros were, this game just seems so boring and so many mistakes. I know it's pre-season, but I mean, from what I've seen from everyone on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, we've not been the best team in these pre-seasons. But I think given time, he's still rotating and experimenting players. I don't think pre-season matters that much. to be honest. I mean, it matters when we play Braga because technically, there is a cup on the line, and I mean, another collection would be a trophy to our collection would be nice. But apparently, the way we're going, and Braga have been making some big moves in the transfer market as well, and I mean, like they always do, they made it last season as well. But I think we can have a tough game against Braga if we carry on the way we do. Even the Portimonense game, we looked bad. We conceded. There was no defensive communication, it seemed. I'm not going to lie, I'm worried for the Braga game, to be honest. But hopefully they prove me wrong. But I'm not looked impressed so far.
Yeah. I'm, by not watching, I still agree because like the stats that came out today that I seen, we scored an impressive in 7 games. We scored an impressive like 22 goals. Mind you, 7 of them came against these kids today. But we conceded 9. Whereas last season we played at least a solid like I think it was like 15, 16, 17 games, and we only conceded like 4 or 5. Maybe some of it has to do with Coates not being back. Some of it has to do with us playing kids and stuff like that, and getting familiar with the system. But
here's the thing: like they have like a week and a half to figure it out. Basically, they have like this Lyon game and then like a week of practice to figure it out. Because like they just got the Portuguese players back like a couple of days ago. Like some more guys are trickling in. Like maybe there's another signing or two. Like it starts so fucking soon now. Like there's just no time. You know, there's no time to get it squared away. And you can even be adding people into the mix as like the season starts August 6th. So it could be match day 5 and you could be adding new signings to the mix, you know? So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but at the same time, it's like Braga's in the same situation where they're adding new bodies to the mix, and like they had a game today against Marseille, I believe they drew 1-1. Like they're just trying to figure it out too, and it's just like once it starts, you just gotta hope that enough of these guys know each other from last season that there's like enough chemistry that they can just kind of like figure it out as they go, you know?
And my only fear also with the Supertaça is I hope the fans don't take it a little too far. At the end of the day, let's treat it like a glorified friendly, especially if we lose. If we win, we're the best. But if we lose, let's treat it like a glorified friendly, because, you know, the thing that worries me about Sporting is if we start off with a rocky start, you know us. We're quick to turn on our. I mean, myself included. We're quick to turn on our guys, and I think what really made last year's team special was we were like really unified, really together. So even if we lose against Braga, I hope doesn't come off like the end of the world.
I think it was Jose Pesera said the same thing, that we were good because we were behind closed doors. And as much as we can disagree, I think he does have a point there. There was no. Imagine if Adan made that mistake in front of the Sporting Ultras. He'd be booed to shit. The whole defense would be booed. Confidence would be lacking. And I love Sporting fans. I really do. But we are our own worst enemy sometimes. See Alcochete attack, etc. We've all been down that road before.
For sure.
But like, I mean, I do think that worries me too. That when the fans come back, are they going to be cheering? Are they going to be booing? You know, there's still a massive collective that don't like Verandas and will boo everything.
There's still an unresolved rift that just no one's resolving or mentioning, and that just continues to linger. That some people want to pretend like isn't happening, but it obviously is, and they're re-inaugurating things that have been inaugurated already. Like it's a clusterfuck, and yeah, when people are back in there, I do not know what the dynamic is going to be at all, and it totally depends on the fucking moment of the situation. Because if they're let back in match day 6, and we've drawn 3 of the first 5, then it's going to be a fucking madhouse in there. But like, if they're let in week 1 and we've just won the Supertaça, then I think everyone's going to be loosey goosey. So I don't know. It's really tough to say, you know.
And I don't think Amarim's managed in front of the fans before. So it's interesting to see how he reacts if something does happen like that. Is he going to change tactically due to the fans, or is he going to keep to his word? You know, there's a lot of unanswered questions, but hopefully they'll be answered in a good way for us.
Facts. Well put, Sam. Let's go over the transfers. So I'll put them up on screen really quickly here. Starting off, I mean, we haven't had any real departures. Only rumors of Rosier officially leaving to.
I think we can say he's done. Record was saying he was
good,
gone
right?
today. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for $5 million with like plus $600K in incentives, which is a good deal.
And we get 20%.
And we get 20% of the future sale. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. Let's see. So basically, let's talk the big boys. Ricardo Isgaio coming in for 5.5 mil from Braga. I don't know who wants to take it first. How did you guys see that?
I'll take it. I genuinely think this will be our best signing of the summer. I think for a guy who's proven to be a mainstay for Braga and was a good player, as much as I hated playing against him because one, he's got that like shithousery about him. He's a good player, but I think for the value we got for him, I don't think you're going to find a better right back that's already adapted to this league. We could take a punt on the Premier League or a top 5 league or Brazil, but I think as a guy who is he was one of us, and I think for value for money, I know it's with Braga as well. I think it's a great move, and it's someone Amorim wanted for a long time, and I trust in Amorim, so I think that will be our signing of the summer.
He can play a lot of positions too.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll get used. Even if Porto's playing the wing back, this guy will get used, I think.
Yeah, and the fact that Porto's out for at least 2 months, and he's had lingering issues, especially towards the end of the season. I think this guy is only but a world of good. Christian, how about Vinagre? What's your thoughts on him? Loan deal with I don't know if it's an option or if it's a mandatory buy of rumored.
I think it's a mandatory
right?
buy.
It's a number of games played. I think. It's something like.
It's mandatory if it hits a certain number of games. True.
Yeah.
Which basically, if Nuno Mendes leaves, then he will hit the number because he'll be the starter. I think I actually wished he didn't play enough yesterday for me to get like a good enough sense. I was hoping that he would have played more, but it was just like a game where it was super boring. Like there wasn't anything going on, and he only played like 20 minutes. So I haven't seen anything yet, but. In theory, again, like Esgaio, a good in league, a guy acclimated to the league. I think he's a good left back. Obviously, we're selling. We have to do the deal with Men's, and he's going to take his fat cut, and it's going to be not the best for us in the long term. But he is not a bad player for the team this season.
Fair enough. How about you, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I can't say I've watched many Famalicão or Olympiacos games where he played, but again, as someone who come from the academy and has that so-called sporting DNA, I think he can be a good player. He was okay in the games I watched him with Famalicão. Benfica after him, which I hate to compare, but is also good for his stock as well. So. It's good that we got there before them, and I hope he'll be good.
Yeah, facts. I'll just quickly name off some players that came back on loan that we're going to definitely need to sell. I think Matheus Oliveira is still back on our... Let me actually see here. Matheus Oliveira is still back on our books.
I actually saw his IG today. I don't remember where the location was. I think he's in Portugal just chilling. I don't think he's...
Do you remember the hype around that sign? I remember like Neymar.
Because he's Bebeto's kid.
Neymar congratulated him.
Yeah. That's funny. Diaby, I don't know where he is, but he's back from loan. I don't think we've done anything.
Diaby.
It's saying Justin Dalla, but I think we sold him.
He's gone. Yeah,
he's gone. Battaglia is a big headache for us to sell. I mean, we bought him, as Dave mentioned just now, 9 million plus Jefferson on loan for a year, and Isgaio, and now Isgaio's coming back. So that's going to be a headache to solve.
And he's on that fat fucking post-Alcachet salary as well, which no one. That's the reason we can't sell him, because no one can even offer remotely anywhere near the ballpark of that salary, because he's not worth it. He's worth a third of it,
To be fair, like I respect the hustle. Like I mean,
he played really fucking well, right? With right at the end of that season, got called up to Argentina. He played fucking
awesome
well
in that pivot with William. He
Yep.
made William such a good player, and he was very underrated.
Then he
until the
rescinded, then
injury.
he came back, and then he was dog
I think he
shit.
tore his ACL, didn't he, or something?
Exactly.
And he tore
yeah.
his ACL in the mix of that as well. Yep, and he's done. He just we're gonna have to whatever that click on him, Denny. When does his contract expire?
It's 2023. I just seen.
Okay, because that's how long he's gonna be on the books for.
Exactly. The thing is, though, too, I think if Sporting have a real solid chance of selling him, just that 45, 90 minutes of him marking Messi, that one game is all you need to play. Fuck it. Don't put the date on it, but fuck it. Just play that game. We got, so Rosier is seeming like done. Doumbia, Doumbia is coming back. Thiago Lodi. We just loaned out.
I've not even heard his name mentioned in the press.
Thank God.
I don't think he actually played a game.
Is he alive?
Did he play a game for can you check that on?
He might have played one. No.
He didn't play. He didn't play any.
Not a single game?
Was he a cheerleader?
Dude, he didn't play any. Are you kidding me?
Hold on. I think he did. I think he played a few. I see a few Coupe de France, but he might have played for another French team before, right?
No, I think that was his first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, we gotta look 2020, 21.
Nope, not a single game.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he played for Bordeaux.
You thought he played a game, bro?
He turned down that loan to America.
He got a couple benches. He
got two benches.
Two benches.
He turned down. Was it New York Red Bulls he was going to go to? He was like,
nah,
he would have been like a glorified starter. No offense to the American League, obviously, but like,
he literally would have started immediately. They would have signed him. He would have started immediately, and he would have been not starting within like 6 games because they would have realized he's horse shit, and they could literally find a better like American Academy center back than him.
But now let me tell you, and no disrespect to Lisbon, where would you rather live? Lisbon and New York.
Nah,
considering you'd probably get
more
good
like
decent
New
money.
Jersey, dude. More like
he fumbled that back.
True.
He fumbled it.
He's on a fat salary too. I feel like.
Yeah.
Let me see if
he's over. He's over a mil. I think he's like 1.2 or something. Like.
This doesn't say how much his contract would be. Eh?
Nah. Unfortunately,
his peak 2013 7.7 mil in the market. He's currently valued at 1.1.
That's a generous 1.1.
That is a generous 1.1. And then the last two that we have to solve, Sporar and Camacho. I think Sporar. I mean, hey, if we're gonna pay him, we might as well play him. Like, what's the rush?
Not bad striker to bring off the bench, I guess, but I don't think he'll be.
Have you seen Pedro Marques play in any of the games that you've seen, Sam?
I don't think so. I
haven't either. I haven't either. So, what are they keeping Paulinho?
I think that they were going to look. Didn't they loan him out again? Or was that Pedro Mendes? That was Pedro Mendes.
Pedro Mendes, yeah. Marques is still there and seemingly looks like he's about to be a part of the first team. It's like, are they really going to keep him? Why wouldn't they just keep Sporar on the roster? If they, I guess they're going to try to find a solution. But
I think his salary is the issue. I think he's probably one of the most highest. Because remember, he was the top scorer in the Europa League when we bought him.
Yeah, and there was competition as well. We had to like make a competitive
between Celtic, Rangers, and some French team.
We had to beat out some British money, so we had to overpay him, and now he's shite.
Christian, he won every single title in Portugal last year. Show us the man some respect.
He won the quadruple.
To be fair.
Yet we're fucking struggling to sell him. How the fuck does that work?
Because we want like 7.5 mil to recoup our investment, and he's just not worth that, or like no one will pay that. Basically,
he's the type of player though. He's the type of player to go on loan.
He always goes to Dubai on vacation though. Maybe like a Dubai club wants to come through for us.
I think France is linked the most.
I think, and he was linked a little bit to Besiktas too. I think a Turkish team can take a punt on him.
They ran out of money though. I think the oil dried up over there or something.
But they still have enough money that I think if they have like a loan with like an option to buy of like 10, if he really does well, like they can afford him.
I genuinely think if he goes abroad, he's going to kill it, and I think he's going to be one of those that. Like like Ross, we were like, oh, he's horrible, and then he goes to Besiktas and then like kills it.
Yeah, he's got something in there. We just haven't been unable to unlock it or put him in the best position to succeed.
Agree. Do you hear me? I'm okay. Cool. I was just gonna also add a few more transfers that came in, but mainly with the B team. But we might see them. Vandu Felix from Les Changes, 110,000. I don't think he's been in any preseason games yet. Correct?
No, he just.
I think he's mainly with the B team, right?
Yeah, and I think he's supposed to be with the B team. We'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens with them. We signed.
He won't make the first team next year. No way.
Who's this?
We'll
Sorry.
Vando Felix. He's one to watch for the future, but I would not expect him in the first team next year.
I agree, but we never know. I mean,
you never know. I'm only saying that because he wasn't a full time in the Les Changes senior team last year. So I mean, if he obviously could have improved in the last 6 months. He's only 18, but yeah, that's what I'm basing that off of.
If we draw like a lower league team and like Tasta Portugal, Tasta Liga, then I can see like a lot of the kids coming in to rotate. But I think that's the only way he'll probably get into any squad.
Agreed. We also signed the Barcelona kid, the center back, Jose Marça. Another interesting out of left field signing. Another player that's coming over, young player coming over because he believes in Amorim's words. I agree with the same thing we said about Vando. I don't think he's another one that we'll see this year, and he is one to watch. But
I think I think we're more likely to see him this year than Felix.
Agreed.
I think we're more likely to see him than Edu Quaresma. I think.
Yeah.
When you look at there's 3 centre backs, and then there's like Quaresma. And then that Neto, sorry, I forgot. Neto, and then there's got to be I think it'll be Jose Marça, then Quaresma. So, unfortunately, but I think Quaresma goes out on loan anyway.
Yeah, I think he's as good. Actually, let me bring that up because today there was the rumor that Tondela's made a loan offer, no option to buy, and Sporting has yet to decide on that. What do you guys? I'm personally of the opinion I think we should take that first and foremost. I mean, he needs minutes. He'll be playing next to that Thiago Dantas kid who at least has some experience from Bayern. Tondela seems like they're building a decent squad. I mean, if he gets minutes,
I would like to see him go somewhere else. I think if he were to go abroad, and everyone says that he's like the joker of the academy, and I think while it's good to have that in a squad, at some point you need to sort of mature. And I think Amorim spoke about it before about his maturity. I think. Tondela would be a good option for him, but I prefer to see him go to like a Spain or Italy. But I mean, Tondela isn't a bad team.
I don't think he's gonna get any minutes in La Liga. Maybe La Liga too, but not in La Liga.
Yeah, true.
He's too small. That's the other issue with him. He's like a smaller sided center back. Like he's on the small side of it.
Does Ricardo Costa still play for Tondela? Was he somewhere else?
Where's he going to sign for the Porto B team?
Probably. Or is he retired?
Dude, they're gonna form a squad of like all 39-year-old former Porto players.
He's retired. He's 40 for this.
He got one more year for the Porto B team. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, Bruno Alves is 39, turning 40, and he did sign with Famalicão. Who knows where the fuck if he's gonna still end up somewhere, but. Honestly, yeah, Bruno, like you said, Bruno Alves might go to the B team too.
He definitely is. I don't see where else he goes. No one is going to take a punt on a 40-year-old Bruno Alves.
Dude, I think a second division team would in Portugal for sure.
I still think he should go to like
a starter, bro. If he wants to be a starter, Penafiel, Casapia, bro.
You can join Bruno Cesar. Because he plays with Penafiel.
True, yeah.
Bruno Cesar.
Dude, he could sign for 14 of like the 18 second division teams and start if he wanted to.
I still think he has a starting spot on some fucking first division. If he signs for
Vizela, I think that there's like 2 or 4 first division teams.
The promoted teams, and then there's like a few others. Like we mentioned before, Adil Rami's fitness is apparently concerned. so who would have guessed? I mean,
bro, Moreirense can have Bruno Alves and do well, man. Fuck.
Yeah, yes. Estoril, yeah, I feel like he could even sign in the first division if he wants. Probably, we'll see what happens. I think they still need to officially negotiate the termination.
Yeah, yeah. It's giving me. Do you guys remember Ciani, who signed for like 10 days for Sporting? And
Yeah.
Giving me that kind of vibes.
Did we get money for him, or did we just get rid of him?
No, we just got rid of him. I think we got him on a free too, which made everything easier.
Wasn't that like George Jesus' first big signing as well? It was like,
yeah.
And he fucked up. Damn.
First, yeah. The other thing, the only other entry, and then I'll just ask on some departed, which were again more youngsters. Gonçalo Esteves, whatever, however you pronounce it. He's having a solid preseason. You guys have mentioned him before as well. Good signing. Do you think we'll even get some burn out of him this season?
I think we could, to be honest, because I think he doesn't mind playing Esgaio at left back if need be. So he kind of considers Esgaio as a utility backup, outside back, and then Esteves as the backup right back, if you will. I don't know. I don't know about for sure about that, but I think that he actually could be closer to the first team than I would have thought he would have been when he signed like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's one of them like low risk, high reward deals as well. So like we didn't pay that much for him, and if it turns out that he doesn't get to the first team, then it's not much lost. But if he does turn out to be a good kid and a good player, then we make profit on him. And like I said, low risk, high reward.
You see, Porto offloaded his brother.
Yeah, to Braga. I was gonna just mention how did they say a figure? Like how much they sold him for?
I think they just chopped him loose.
No, I think Fran Sergio from Braga is going the other way. I'm pretty sure I've seen that rumor.
Oh, really? I thought it was a done deal, and I thought they just released him.
I think I definitely saw it that it would be not like an actual swap deal, but it's like, hey, we'll give you this player, then you can give us a bit of a discount on this player, and then it happens. But I definitely have seen that rumor.
Yeah, I have seen that too. I seen that yesterday particularly. Yeah. Which, hey, Fran Sergio at Porto, that's another one that I don't understand from Porto, but okay.
They've signed that.
He's not bad.
Marko Grujic for 12 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, I think he's a really good player, but he barely got burned last season. And you're signing for 12 million.
He's like a good stand-in for like their UCL games that they were like trying to rest for the league in, but still be competitive in. Like,
but I'm saying 12 million for that kind of player. That's a little much.
You better fucking start, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, with Fran Sergio, if Porto wants a midfielder from Braga, go get fucking Al-Mustari. Like,
he's going to Wolves apparently.
Thank God. I thought he was going to Benfica at one point too. But yeah, I've seen Wolves now too.
Take him instead of Paulinho, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, agreed.
He's pretty good too, but I feel like what would you think? What do you think Men's will get for the return for that? 10, or is that a Men's 15?
I think 15. I think
15.
I don't
would
think
Paulinho be a Men's 15 as well?
No, he has to be more. I think
20, 25.
Yeah, I think he's a 15 because it's Braga.
Yeah.
And he might be an international, but it's not a. Who does he play for again? It's not Egypt. What is it?
Libya.
Yeah.
So it's not like a big nation. Whereas Paulinho had at least that one standout. Two standout games in the Euros. He
scored against Luxembourg even in his debut, right?
Fair. And I mean, he nutmegged Pogba, which is to me fucking a hat trick. So I mean, but he's probably a 25, and whereas Sting is 15. Quickly on the departures, Tomas Silva, who came in for just a cameo to win the Champions Medal, and also Nuno Moreira, both go to Vizela, first division team, on a free transfer. I don't know, Sporting probably keeps like 50%, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that move? Good for him. Good for the boys. Would you have liked to see them stay maybe?
Again, it's like they're too old for us to keep holding them back. It's like Tomas Silva's too good for the B team, but he's not good enough for the senior team. He's not going to get any minutes in that midfield. So it's like, for your own sake, bro, like go have a career,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree. It's one of them as well that we keep a percentage. Because, I think he's
just in
22,
case he
23.
pops. Just in case he pops, we keep the insurance
He's
policy.
still relatively young for a footballer. He could turn good in like 25, 26, and we could be like, hey, we've got a space up and come back. So I think it's a good good chance for him, for both of them. Sorry, and I hope to see Tomas Silva get some minutes and hopefully start for Vizela.
Yeah.
But best of luck to the kids.
Facts. And just another one, Elvis Balde and Lloyd Augusto going to Farense, now in the second division.
You could just tell Elvis Balde was never going to get in the first team,
Such a pity, though. He was so good. I thought at one point he was.
Yeah.
Such a pity.
How old is he? Does it say right there?
I think 19. 21, sorry.
21. It's like, bro, just you got to get out there and do your thing, He went to Farense, which is probably a promotion candidate in the second division, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good level for him. So. And then if they get promoted, just stay with them,
And to be fair, it did Ryan Gauld wonders. So
yeah,
I mean, we're not. It's a good example to follow. Diogo Souza leaving. I mean, he didn't really necessarily play that much. It was more for B team. Last big. I mean, Leonardo Ruiz to Estoril. That's whatever. Mes Dewitt, I'm surprised he left. He was actually doing decent for the B team, but never got a call up. Same way you're saying, he's at that age.
We didn't get any bread off of any of these transfers. They're all just
these are all the kids. To be fair, I just
Did we get money from Diogo Souza?
No,
I don't think
so.
No,
there's a question mark there, so maybe.
I think he terminated because we had six goalkeepers on the books.
Yeah, probably.
But I think
is he gonna play there? Is he gonna start there? There's no way, right?
Who is their goalkeeper?
I have no idea. I imagine he's going to be a backup, but if he's good enough to just walk into a Turkish first division team and start, what the fuck is going on in the Turkish league?
Well, Allianz Sport, they're decent. They're not even one of the worst ones, too.
They had Sami Eto'o at one point, I remember.
I don't know any of these keepers, so I wouldn't be able. This guy, didn't he play in the Euros? Or am I thinking he has the same last name as the guy that played in the Euros, I think. Yeah, no way he played in the Euros. Yeah, I mean, maybe he can start. They have Naldo. I just realized that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's Italian citizen too. That's crazy.
His career highlight was pushing over was it Estoril or manager?
Shavs?
I don't know. I can't remember.
He pushed over a manager. That's his
Aroca. He pushed over
Leeds Vidigal.
Leeds Vidigal, exactly. Yeah. It was Aroca.
Aroca. I just named 4 teams that were all wrong. That he's probably all managed.
That he's probably managed though. The last big departure, and then I'll get off of this. Philippe Chabi, another loan. That's all we gotta say.
2 more. This motherfucker still got 2 more loans in him after this one.
Listen, I just wish I was as lucky as him. Get paid by Sporting and just venture around Portugal.
Yeah, you can just get paid to have different vacations. I'm going to Coimbra on a 9-month vacation. Oh, this year we're going to the Algarve.
Yeah.
This year, now we're going up north now.
Facts. All right. I don't know where else to take this, guys. Transfer.
We can talk about Ryan Gauld to Vancouver to wrap it up.
Ryan Gauld to Vancouver. Let's do that. First and foremost, let me just say, Canada, if we do get him, do everything to get him citizenship. I don't think he's cap tied at all to Scotland.
No, he's not.
We can use him. There's easily a Canadian.
He can be Portuguese citizen, I think.
Oh, he probably could be, but he's not.
He can't get into the Portugal team. Let's be real.
No,
he can't even get into the Scottish team. But there's a lot of Scots that have some sort of Canadian links. So I'm praying there's some way.
How many years do you need to be a citizen, or how many seasons does he need to play? Does he need to play out the full duration of his 3-year deal and then play sign another deal after that?
No clue. But
he can debut when he's 32.
Here's my thoughts. What if he marries a Canadian girl?
That could speed it up.
He
has a girlfriend. I think he met a girl in Portugal though, but I don't know. He's not on social enough for me to know if he's still with her or not. He's more of a private guy. I don't even know if he has social anymore, or if he does.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he deleted them.
He's super private, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, true, Jenny. That could speed up the process.
So Ryan, I was just about to say, Lauren, if you need a guy to marry.
By the way, I am
Canadian
down.
Citizenship, bro.
I am down for Ryan to come to MLS for sure.
I am too. Yeah, let's talk about
it. Rumor, I would have thought, but keep in mind, Vancouver has no designated players. He's coming to be the star man, which is kind of sick. Ryan's, he's been the star man on teams before, but I feel like being a star man in the second division and on being a star man / staring the spotlight on a team that gets relegated, like there's probably more eyeballs on Vancouver Whitecaps than there are on Fedens, to be completely honest. You know,
they have a big. To be fair, with Vancouver, they have a good sized fan base. I mean, I think I'd say the second. Maybe they're behind Montreal, but I'd say the second biggest fan base, at least in Canada. They have one of the bigger fan bases in North America.
They have a Portuguese manager also.
A Portuguese manager. They have Portuguese ties. So the current Canadian keeper for the Gold Cup, he was born in Quebec. I don't think maybe he has like some sort of Portuguese links. His agency is correct. It might be Jorge Mendes. It's some sort of Portuguese agency. So there's Portuguese links. It's Pro 11 Gestão. I don't know who the fuck like he is, but he has the same sort of agents as Ricardo Horta, Diego Dalot, Isgaio, Tiago Tomás, Pedro Mendes, but Montpellier, Pedro Mendes. Anyways, Vancouver has links to Portugal, so that's probably one of the reasons why they're bound to get.
How they even found out about him in the first place, to be honest.
Exactly. Like Vancouver's, their only problem is they're a bad MLS team, but even still, with a bad MLS team, if you stand out, you can get exposure. So he's still young. This can still catapult him to, if not Europe, maybe Mexico or I think he does well in MLS. I think he goes to Rangers or Celtic.
If he does well enough in MLS, he's going to get a move back to the UK.
Yeah,
that's what if he's taking it as like a stepping stone to go somewhere else, then I get it. But surely he must have offers from like Scotland or Championship teams. I don't see him not having those offers. So if he's just gone for for the money, I probably assume he'd get paid more there.
He's gonna make 1.2 mil, I think.
Okay, so that's probably more money than he'd probably get. So. If that gets him back in the Scotland team, I don't know if it will. I don't know if there's any Scottish players currently playing in MLS.
Does he literally have more visibility as a star man for Vancouver Whitecaps than he does as a star man for Fedens? Because like I hate to say it, but like because like remember Robbie Keane was star in MLS and going back to play for Ireland, so it's like there's literally a precedent like on the Isles for that happening.
Jermaine Defoe, I think, had a big one for Toronto FC.
Yeah, he did.
Went back to some Premier League team
to Sunderland
for Josie Altidore.
Yeah. And I think he might have gotten an England cap when he was here in Toronto. I could be wrong on that though.
I just like I'm
thinking Giovinco.
He'll be in another class. He'll be in another class for for an MLS midfielders.
But on that point, if we're talking national team, I mean Giovinco got an Italy cap while playing here in Toronto. So I mean, yeah, maybe he does have more visibility, but I think that's more so on. I think Scotland just fucked up. I mean,
yeah,
they should have taken Ryan Gauld. And then I mean, we have Dave here. Will we take Nani back? But we have Dave here that's crying out for a midfield of Gauld and Isgaio. So, I mean, Isgaio. So I mean, he could still play at a top team in Portugal, I think too. But I wouldn't turn down 1.2 mil Vancouver, especially 1.2 USD. Convert that to Canadian.
Yeah, I don't know if that was USD or because if it's
USD.
If it's 1.2 USD, it's probably like 1.6 Canadian dollar, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you can barely afford to live in Vancouver.
Higher taxes in Canada. Though. Depends on the state. It depends on the state, to be honest.
Yeah, British Columbia.
Nani in Florida though, making that like $5 million a year in like a very low tax state, Florida. Nani's making a lot of money. So, yeah, come back to Sporting, cut that salary by like 90%, my guy. Once you're done MLS in like November, you know?
Yeah. Nah, he's going to retire there, I bet.
Would you have Nani back, though? He scored a goal this week.
Remember when Beckham went on loan? Remember when Beckham went on loan after MLS season ended?
Milan and then to Paris.
Milan, yeah.
Would you take Nani on loan from November until April? And then, if he's doing good enough, they'll let him stay until the end of the season.
I'm taking that.
I don't
November to May, Nani loan.
I don't know if I'd take him back in general. I just don't know if this whole Amorim project thing that he keeps saying, it's a project.
Fair.
But as well, like he's good, like you said, $5 million a year. he's not going to. I know he loves Sporting, but he's not going to take less than probably going to be the highest earner. Are we going to really pay that for like a 30?
I disagree. Bro, I think Nani's made his millions at United. I think he's made his millions when he was at Fenerbahce. He's made his millions at Lazio, and now he's making
even
his
at
millions.
Sporting.
He made millions last time. That's why we had to get rid of him.
Yeah.
He made like 2 mil at Sporting.
I think we can get him at a reduced price. It might still be too expensive. Don't get me wrong, but I think we can maybe get him at a $500,000, close to $1 million.
I would assume that bridge is burnt anyway from the way he went out last time.
Yeah, that is also true though.
Unless the only way I see it, unless he gets a big bag, but if he, I don't think we can offer that.
No, we can't offer more than like 5 mil, which is what he's making.
Yeah.
Only other MLS teams can offer that, really, or like China or stuff like that. Which is like also the money seems like it dried up over there. It's like only in like the Middle East now. That's where the money's at.
China, a lot of teams went bankrupt because they owed so much money to.
They spent it on Alexander Pato or some shit.
I think Tevez.
Now with Nani at Orlando.
Is he there with Nani?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not even making a bench, bro.
He literally doesn't. I've watched like 6 Orlando games. Can't say I've seen much Pato.
I think currently he's injured, but
true. He's permanently injured. Also, I feel like.
Yeah,
exactly.
He is, always.
That's the problem. Yeah, sick. I think that's it though. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Anything else?
That's a good pod.
I think we could probably do the Braga predictions since that's coming up.
Yeah, that's probably the
the next time we'll talk to you guys will be after Braga. Yeah.
All right, take it away, Sam.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
I think it's good. Does it go straight to penalties if it's extra time?
No,
I think so. Probably.
Maybe.
I don't think they do extra time.
Yeah, I bet they do now.
I think it's probably just going to be 0-0. I think it's going to be one of them boring preseason runouts, and then Sporting take the win on penalties.
Let me just quickly see what Braga's preseason record is so far. Dave, if you're listening, feel free to chime in too.
They've made some good signings as well. They've done well with the money we gave them. So
let me see if I can see it here. The fixtures.
And is it being played in front of a crowd as well?
I believe so. It's going to be played. No, still nothing. How bad is Portugal with COVID?
I've been very sketchily watching the cases as I plan to book my vacation for the last week of August and first week of September.
I'm trying to go in like mid-September to like end of September just to watch some Champions League games. But fuck, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think you'll be good. 47% of the Portuguese population is vaccinated. I don't know if that's fully or partial, but it's pretty fucking good. The U.S. is 53%. So if they're 47, like, how fucking bad could it be? Yeah, cases Lauren's right for like 4K today, which is up for Portugal. Like, but at the same time, it was like 2,500 the last 2 days. So it's been like, it fluctuates. But yeah, it's definitely been trending in the incorrect direction.
Fair. So I can't find their preseason so far who they've played. So go ahead, Chris, take it away.
I'm gonna say Jovan, 1 winner, 1-0.
Jovan 1-0. I like that. I'm just trying to see who they did sign. They signed Mario Gonzalez. I forgot about that. Paulo Oliveira, solid.
Like peanuts as well. They signed like
1.65. Yeah.
Yeah,
we should have paid that.
Euros.
I'm burning my Paulo Oliveira jersey, Sporting jersey.
Fuck, you have a Paulo Oliveira jersey too, bro. You guys keep getting these rats, bro. Now you're in the word with Palinga.
Dude, Paulo Oliveira was the first name I ever got on a Sporting jersey of a player.
I love Paulo
He had the same last name as me. I was like, all right. So in 15-16 season, the season we were almost champions, I had got P. Oliveira on the back, number 15.
Oh, I was gonna say if you just got Oliveira, you could have like
Nah, unfortunately I was P. And then I didn't get a name with a jersey on it until this one right here, Palinha, this season.
Palinha. Bro, I only have 2. It's Palinha and Mathieu, and I'm glad Mathieu. So far, he can't let me down. Unless he becomes a coach, then we're fucked.
Coach for Benfica.
Whatever though, it's whatever. As long as it's not a player, it's a little different. I'm gonna predict a 2-1 win. I see Sporting has a lot of goals in them, unfortunately. But we'll see if Quats is up to speed. We'll see if we play any kids. Do you guys think we should rotate the squad? Do you think we should play with the best 11?
Best 11.
Best 11. Yeah.
Best 11.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Maybe a few I'm okay with a few rotations, but yeah.
Maybe in the midfield, maybe for Coates because he's not had like a full run out yet. I know he's had like a few games, but I mean he's probably
he didn't even play that much for Uruguay either. He played like one of the games.
Yeah, true.
And it's not like he could have enjoyed.
I'm happy about that. I'm glad he didn't play fucking 6 extra games he didn't need to play.
I mean, none of our boys, except for Plata, really played.
He played a lot. He played a lot for Ecuador, but at the same time, he needed more minutes. So I don't care that he's playing those minutes.
Yeah, exactly. My last question: who would you have at number 8, Tabata or Bragança or Matheus Nunes?
Bragança for me.
Yeah, Bragança for now. Maybe he's about to do it in a real game or 2.
Yeah. But Tabata off the bench to play the 8 role, I wouldn't mind. Or even Pot. I forgot. Pot can also play there too.
You have to remember, Tabata's still number 7. So, like, it's not the boat's not fully out on him yet. He still could, like, tear an ACL.
He's still a winger, too. Yeah. He can still play on the wing, too.
Exactly. All right. Sick. Going for wins. Hopefully that comes true. Until then, guys, thanks for joining us. Everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody. It was lively. Shout out to all the Twitter questions. You know where to follow us. Twitter, Sporting160_EN. Everything else, Sporting160EN. It's been real. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't know why I just said that.
Subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, do it.
And fuck John Mario.
And fuck João Mario. Well,
no, fuck João Mario.
Okay. I was like, all right. Fuck João Mario.
Fuck João Mario.
All right, later, guys. It's been real.